I want to live a life where learning and experimenting new things is my daily activity. And to do that, I need to reach financial freedom. Therefore, I am officially beginning to work on my first true business. My name is JT. I'm 19 years old and I live in Canada. I like moving and going outside, especially skiing, boxing, and playing basketball. I'm good at pretty much everything, but I excel at nothing. I'm an average guy and I train a lot. I haven't eaten junk foods for the past 3 years and I take care of my health. For the past 2 years or so, my mentality has completely changed. I used to play a lot of video games. I went to bed late at night and my main focus in life was to party as much as possible. Nowadays, the only thing I am interested in is making money. I watched hundreds of videos of finance, whether it was trading, dropshipping, or making content. Rapidly, people like Sebastian Georgiou and Hamza filled my recommended, and I started putting their advices into practice. I made myself a shower and skincare routine. I made sure to move as much as possible, and I tried my best to maintain a strict sleep schedule. But it wasn't enough. I couldn't help but envy those young millionaires living the life everyone has ever wished for. And this is when it hit me. I suddenly realized that time flies ridiculously fast. So instead of feeling sorry for myself, I started changing things. I began investing money. I followed a trading course and I got deeper into the world of real estate. I also took the first steps to join the military, where I'm sure I'll find a lot to learn. But my current main project is a sports center. I want to make a complex where no matter your sport, you can play and practice with the possibility of switching activities without having to drive through the entire city. My business concept will encompass basketball, soccer, baseball, volleyball, tennis, badminton, boxing, weight training, climbing, ping pong, skateboarding, parkour, e-karting, a trampoline park, and even skiing and snowboarding. This kind of complex doesn't exist in my city, and I haven't heard of anything like it anywhere in the world. I know it's a gigantic project, but I did some research, especially regarding the funding of this business. There's three main sources of money I can reach to help me during my startup. Investments, whether it comes from a private investor or the bank with the help of a mortgage broker, which I currently am in contact with. Government grants, which from what I've learned are a sort of scholarship but for future companies and will only pay a maximum of 50% of the total cost depending on said cost. And sponsors, where I could link with already existing sport companies and sell their brand in my complex. For the location of this massive sport complex, I first started looking for an already existing commercial building that could fit a couple of the most popular sports, since I plan on starting small at first. My father, a self-employed income properties owner, taught me that whatever building you want to buy, regardless of the location or what you want to do with it, it always boils down to revenue and spendings. And this is what it looks like in practice. The first building I found was an old truck garage, made entirely of stone bricks with two big sliding doors. The revenue of this building came from four sources. Three tenants splitted the 3,750 square feet of space inside, each having a rent of $1,500 a month, who rented 1,500 square feet of space to store his window cleaning company vehicles, $800 a month for the second one, who rented 1,250 square feet of space for his couch restoration company, and $1,150 a month for the third one, who rented 1,000 square feet of space for a cabinet making business. Outside of the building, since it's located in the middle of the city, 5 parking spaces were reserved for a car rental company, where each parking space was rented at $100 a month, totaling $500 a month. Overall, the total revenue of the building came at around $3,950 a month, or $47,400 a year. That's all well and good, but there's also the expenses, such as the municipal tax, which cost about $1,116 a month, the scholar tax, which cost $26.66 a month, energy, with gas and electricity coming at an average of $82.69 a month and $26.67 a month respectively, and finally insurance for $299 a month. In total, the spendings are $1,551 a month, or $18,623 a year without taxes. This gives us a total profit of around $28,776 a year, split in half between the seller and the bank, because yes, the seller has agreed to a sales price balance. From what I understood, this means that rather than paying back the bank the totality of the building's price of $500,000, which will cost a massive down payment of, let's say, 5% over 5 years, I would need $25,000 in cash. But with the sales price balance, I can pay back the seller and the bank simultaneously. Since the seller had already paid back the bank $240,000 of the total $500,000, the bank only needs $260,000 left. If we applied the same down payment of 5% over 5 years, I would need $13,000 in cash, which is much more affordable. Now, I may have made some mistakes here and there because all of this is new to me. But at the time of writing the script, the mortgage broker informed me that the building wasn't worth it since it had too few revenues, which said revenue would actually disappear when I would start the conversion of the building into my sports complex. So for all the duration of the renovations, I would have no revenue at all. According to him, the bank agrees to lend me $352,000 with the sales price balance, which is great if it wasn't for the $17,600 down payment. And I'm not even taking into account the interest. In the end, it's not worth it since it cost a lot and the building isn't big enough, at least for the first few steps of my project. But I'm not giving up. My mom gave me the idea to search for vacant industrial land to build the desired structure onto, so that I could make it the exact size I want. The mortgage broker that I'm in contact with told me that it's not a common thing to finance the purchase of a land, but we'll see where this leads to in a future video. Since I have to finish college while working on the business, I probably won't post very often. I plan on filming activities and things I'm working on, so you can expect a lot of different stuff on this channel.